Oh, it's on the back too? Oh, sweet. Hello everyone, Curious Corduroy here, and today we're going to be checking out the debut showcase for the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy crossover, which we've covered a few times here on the channel. A lot of cool cards. It's going to be hosted by Ben Starr, so you know it's probably going to be really fun. So we're going to check that out and react to it in today's video. So if any of that sounds cool to you, feel free to click the like button, and if you're new here and you'd like to stick around, you can subscribe. So just a heads up, this will probably be edited down to like a shorter video. The panel itself is like an hour and 22 minutes long. Let's be honest, no one's gonna wanna sit here and watch me watch this for an hour and 22 minutes. So I'll try to shorten it to just kind of like some of the highlights or bigger moments that I found pretty interesting. Spoiler alert, it's probably gonna have to do with Final Fantasy VII, 8, 9, 10, 15, and 16. Those are the ones that I kind of focus on the most. But yeah, I'll leave a link in the description if you guys would like to watch the entire panel, because I hear it's pretty fun. But I also do hear there were some issues with the broadcast, so some stuff might skip forward. There might be some audio issues, so just be on the lookout for that stuff. But let's get started. I recognize this man already.
Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis の
That's Ichikawa. I believe it's Ichikawa.
スクエニックス側のプロデューサーをしております。いよいよデビューショーケースが始まりますね。ずっとこの瞬間が訪れることを心待ちにしていました。まず最初に一言だけ言わせてください。本セットを期待や情熱を持って心待ちにしてくださった全ての方へ本当にありがとうございます。マジック、そしてファイナルファンタジーに愛を注いでくださった全ての皆様のおかげで今日という特別な日を迎えることができました。昨年10月の先行公開映像、今年2月のファーストルックとここまで長い旅路を共に歩んできましたが、ついに本日さらなる情報を皆様にお届けいたします。このセットはマジックとファイナルファンタジーを愛し続け、お互いが真剣に向かい続けたからこそこの素晴らしい形にできたものだと思っています。今回でファイナルファンタジーシリーズに初めて触れるマジックファンの皆様、このセットに登場するカードたちはファイナルファンタジーのストーリーやキャラクターらしさをしっかりと捉えた上でマジックのルールの中で再構築されています。たとえファイナルファンタジーを知らなくてもマジックでの冒険をお楽しみいただけるはずです。
That's me. I'm familiar with Final Fantasy. I know next to nothing about Magic the Gathering.
皆様大変お待たせいたしました。 It's showtime! Let's step into the world of Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy!
Yeah, so very briefly, I know absolutely nothing about Magic the Gathering. I know of it, but I've never played it. I could read one of the cards and I couldn't tell you what anything does. It's confusing, but I love Final Fantasy. I've got the FF7 Commander deck pre-ordered and also another FF7 themed starter deck pre-ordered just because I just want the cards. Honestly, it looks really cool. I love Final Fantasy, so it seems really interesting. But this moment together seems like it's really cool. Like this seems like something very special.
Okay.
Ben!
It's time to meet the team. He's a principal game designer.
Ben, a first star. I love this man.
Know him at best.
Garland, Knight of Cornelia.
Jack Garland, the god of Chouse.
And though Garland is keen to knock you down, the four warriors of life are triumphant, and they defeat their first adversary. But they incidentally create a paradoxical time loop that puts them in the deadly foes of none other than chaos. Chaos!
One is such a cool story, and the Stranger of Paradise stuff they expanded with is really interesting.
Elements we're going to see across all of the 16 mainline games.
And without further ado, here's a special message from Amano himself.
Legendary man. This is so cool.
ファイナルファンタジーはね、やっぱりずっとやってきてるし。あ、こっちはもうね、なるべく非常識な絵を描こうっていうことで、とらわれないで描きました。これはもう状況がもういっちゃってるんですよね。炎の中に入ってるっていうんですかね。ケフカはもうめちゃくちゃですね。狂った色、いろんな色が入った方がいいんじゃないかなっていうイメージみたいなぼやっとしたものがあって、それを形にしていく。その行為が楽しいというか。まずその通常のティナは剣持ってて空挺がいっぱいいてっていうファイナルファンタジーの世界をちょっともう一回表現してみよう。こっちの変身後の方は 最初にキャラクター作った時以外はあんまり描いてないんですよね。あの時はもう少しこう腕フォルムされてましたから、これはちょっとリアルにしたんですけど。おー、かっこいいですね。素晴らしいです。素晴らしいですね。へー。小さいんですけども、すごいこう、重みがあるというんですかね。マジックとファイナルファンタジーのコラボレーション。皆さん楽しんでください。
This feels cool, man. Like, I know there's been a lot of like crazy hoopla over the years of Final Fantasy. It's, you know, not as strong as it used to be as a brand, and there's a lot of negativity. But I think because we're on the internet, the negativity tends to be the loudest, and it's really easy to forget how loved Final Fantasy actually is. Like, there are tons of people in this audience wooing, cheering Final Fantasy 4, 6, 7, what have you. And to see like this collaboration happen, it's cool. And that like this event itself, it just feels really special. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But it really feels like just like a celebration of Final Fantasy as a whole, regardless of what your favorite is. Like, this is cool to me. And like Amano coming back and doing artwork is sick.
This.
Oh, what is it gonna be? Oh, it's the Chocobo Ranch. Oh, are they gonna have like special custom Chocobo cards? Aw, that's cute. You get all the multicolored Chocobos. Oh, and the black one. In Japanese. In Japonese. Oh, is that a... Dude, that is sick. Gold Chocobo, man. Oh, people are gonna go nuts trying to collect all of these. To get every single Chocobo, that is sick.
Wow.
Traveling, it's a
That's
traveling Chocobo.
That's not in the cards. I just said that myself. Okay.
Ben is great. I
Zakil,
love Ben, man.
talk us through this.
I can't say it
Oh
enough.
man, those triggers. And we knew that Chocobos are such an important part of the Final Fantasy franchise that we had to do something really special. So enter our colorful Chocobos. Here are 4 of them in neon ink, in yellow,
Cool.
pink, green, and blue. These are found in all language collector boosters. And during development, as we were putting this together, we worked very closely with Final Fantasy VII creative director Tetsuya Nomura, who really loved the idea. One of his producers during development told us that his favorite Chocobo from the original Final Fantasy VII was the black Chocobo named Teo because he was the fastest one in the original minigame, and it held a very special place in his heart. So kind of we built this last card in kind of as a secret in the background and surprised Tetsuya Nomura. So that card is exclusively found printed in Japanese and available in all language collector boosters as a nod to that story for him. And then the lone serialized card in Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy is the Golden Chocobo. This card is only available in English collector boosters and is serialized out of 77 for Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Give a round of applause for Chocobos.
Ben's gonna be one of those dudes who is just everywhere in the next decade, and that's a good thing. He's really funny. I think he's got a lot of range. You kind of see that with his performance as Clive in Final Fantasy 16, but also as Verso and Clair Obscur. They're kind of similar, but they're like there's a nuance there with Verso that I think he gets to explore as an actor that maybe wasn't there with Clive. Not to say that Clive isn't nuanced. I just mean that his performance can be a little bit different now. But yeah, he's blowing up, man. He's gonna be everywhere.
Okay, now we move on to a little bijou game called Final Fantasy VII.
No one's heard of it. No one really cares.
Never heard of it. It really is.
So I've taken you on this extended and somewhat silly journey just to kind of remind all of us how much content we needed to fit into this set just from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like the whole theme of what they're doing with Magic, again, I don't know much about the cards and how the games work, but reading some of the interviews, like they want to take the core concepts of each Final Fantasy and find a way to fit them into Magic the Gathering in a way that makes sense. Like they're themed, so that's pretty cool.
So, there are obviously some amazing cards. Let's get to it. Gavin, let's show us one.
All right, well,
Yeah.
we have to have the characters in Final Fantasy VII, of course.
Those are cool.
So how about Cloud? We knew we had to do Cloud. Obviously, we're going to do Cloud, but what was Cloud going to do? How are we going to make him a card that was worthy of the Cloud mantle? Well, the first thing Cloud does when he comes into play is go and find an equipment. Of course, he's got to find his sword. That's critical. Now, if you are a long-time Magic player, you might know about a card called Stoneforge Mystic. Very powerful Magic card. Cloud is a little bit reminiscent of that, finding you any equipment you want. It also doubles all the abilities conferred by that equipment. So you put, say, an old school Sword of Fire and Ice or Sword of Feast and Famine on him, boom, you're doubling up all those triggers. So there's a lot of really powerful stuff you can do with Cloud. This card is incredible and well worthy of being Cloud.
Oh, the Buster Sword gets its own card.
Now you might be wondering, what is Cloud going to find? What kind of stuff might you want?
And it's the remake Buster Sword.
Well, there's a card in the set called Buster Sword. That's some pretty good news, right? Would you all like to see the Buster Sword?
I mean, it's there already.
Well, I'm not going to show it to you. You can stay tuned to find out what the Buster Sword does in the days to come, but I can tell you that it's 3 mana, curves right off of a Cloud, and it's pretty good on Cloud himself.
Oh, not showing it to us. Quite literally the definition of a double-edged sword. Zakil, what's next?
Our next card, in my opinion, is one of the most iconic characters in video game history. He has brought excitement, joy, and terror to millions of fans around the world.
Bizarro.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a privilege to introduce to you
Safer.
Illustrated by none other than Tetsuya Nomura, Sephiroth.
Oh, wow. Okay, so very briefly, is this going to be like a peek into what Sephiroth's going to look like in Part 3? Like his safer Sephiroth form? We haven't seen that yet, but they got young Sephiroth there from Ever Crisis, which is beautiful. You got main Sephiroth there looking super cool. They found a cool way to sneak in Bizarro Sephiroth or Sephiroth Reborn from Rebirth, like right in between Safer and Remake Sephiroth. But holy crap. And this is Nomura who drew this, so this is sick. Like, if they release this as like a poster, that would be really cool. Even like a phone wallpaper, I'd be happy with. This is sick. This is beautiful. That's insane. Again, all the rules are lost on me, but like the artwork is beautiful.
In Final Fantasy
Aerith.
VII. Here's one. Dylan.
We're going to talk about the story of Sephiroth and Cloud. Of course, we're going to talk about Aerith herself. So here we can see Aerith is the white mage and healer of the party. She's here to protect you. She's here to heal you. And she has a third ability that may or may not be related to a story beat. So if you're a fan, let us know if that happens to be relevant or not. I'm not sure myself.
Yeah.
That's messed
Spoiler
up.
alert on that card for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, let's moving on.
We see this
So she has an
beautiful
ability
version
for when
of
she dies.
the
That is
Flower Girl
dark.
herself. But we're not just going to talk about Aerith today. We're also going to talk about
My
Tifa.
waifu. My waifu since I was a kid.
So we see 2 Tifas here, and I actually see a Tifa here in the front row. You look fantastic. The one on the left here is Tifa Lockhart. This is her main set card, and I just want to personally attest. I have won so many games in-house with this card, and I've lost even more games against this card. She is very, very powerful.
Here we are. Finally, the game I've been waiting for, and hopefully all of you have. Final Fantasy VIII.
Ben's favorite.
Quite literally the game that changed my life, so this is a very emotional moment for me. Dylan, let's talk about this game. Please, Squall.
Oh, that's cool artwork, man.
As Renoa once said, he's the best looking guy here. It's Squall. He's a bit of a lone wolf character, so that's what his abilities represent with that rough divide. Whenever, yeah, there it is. And I did mention Renoa at the beginning. Zakil, maybe we should show her card.
Yeah. Here we have.
Oh, they got Angelo.
Look at that. Look at that.
Cute.
Yeah, Renoa is a close friend of Squall, and mechanically is known for battling alongside her dog, Angelo. So it would only be right for her to have the ability. Angelo Cannon in combat, the villain of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, enough with these heroes. Let's go on to the real hero of Final Fantasy VIII, and that is Ultimisia. We did something very special on this card.
That artwork
is the
is
first
sick.
card.
Do we have any Triple Triad fans in the room? Would you like to see some Triple Triad cards?
They got triple triad cards? No.
Yeah, I asked. They won't let me show them. Okay.
Damn it, Ben.
Believe me, all they're in there. So, moving on pretty swiftly,
that's sick.
we're going to go on to a little game called Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah. Which might be getting a remake.
Here's Stephanie.
The first character
Kuja.
we're going to look at is one of the antagonists from Final Fantasy IX, and that is Kuja Genome Sorcerer. Now, his illustration depicts a scene in which he is summoning an army of black mages against our heroes. He is also the head of the black-red archetype within the set that focuses on black mages, and he has two forms. At the end of each end step, he summons wizards to the battlefield, and once you have 4 more, he transforms into his more powerful version, Trance Kuja, that doubles the damage of all wizards to players or permanents you control. And check out that beautiful wizard token. Up next, we have a card for the Magic fans. We haven't shown any Final Fantasy Through the Ages bonus sheet cards. Check out this card reprint of Ragavan Nimble Pilferer as Zidane Tribal. Gavin, who else from Final Fantasy IX is in this set?
Well, as a huge 9 fan, I'm really happy to show to you.
That might have been the biggest applause so far.
Here's Vivi.
Yeah.
All right, so a little bit of black mages going on right here, right? We saw black mages a moment ago. When you cast a non-creature spell, you ping them. But Vivi's a little more curious than that. Wants to get +1/+1 counters and then generate you mana equal to Vivi's power. So, not
Pronunciation, is it Vivi or Vivi? I've gone back over the years. When I was younger, I pronounced it as Vivi. But it makes more sense to be Vivi, but they're saying Vivi? I don't know. Either way, one of the best written characters potentially in all of, not just Final Fantasy, but all video games. No joke. Vivi's story is so beautiful, so tragic. Teaches you so much about life in general.
Gorgeous. And from the summoner to the summoned, let's see one of the most iconic Aeons.
Oh, that's cool.
How does this one work?
This is the correct reaction for Bahamut. Now, when I was a kid, if you asked me to picture the coolest possible thing I could ever think of, I would get you Bahamut very fast. So when we concepted this card, the conceptor, the artist, and the art director, we all agreed we had to capture the aura of Bahamut and put it into this card. So we see the moment, the first time you summon it in-game, and if you look at the flavor word Mega Flare, you get to that overdrive, and you know the game will be over.
Oh,
dude.
That's pretty.
FF10 Bahamut's like Giga Chad Bahamut.
Also, take us through it.
Yeah, so Noctis is the main character from Final Fantasy XV, and his most unique mechanical ability is called Armiger, which allows him to wield the 13 royal weapons that come from his lineage that are depicted in his artwork. So his ability allows you to cast artifact spells from the graveyard as a nod to the Armiger ability. And also, take a look at this beautiful borderless artwork.
Let's look at Arden.
But of course, opposed to Noctis is the game's antagonist, Arden. And here we see celebrity artist Roberto Ferrari has captured his signature grin and his powers over the Star Scourge. And we actually see that we use that as a flavor word because while you have Arden in play, you too will be making your own army of demons to take over the world.
Okay, that's Final Fantasy 15 done. We're finally here, guys. Final Fantasy 16 has arrived. I don't remember any of it. Dylan, what happened?
So just to catch you up,
Okay, guys, be quiet. I want to talk now. Okay. God, we get it. You played the game. I was in it.
Yeah.
Listen, I think it's time that we previewed some cards, and I know what you all want to see. But first, let's see a character that is incredibly important to Clive in this story.
Yeah, so this is Jill.
Jill. Oh, that's a nice card.
This card shows off all of her icy powers, so on Jill's side, she comes in and unsummons a creature. Then when she transforms into Shiva, she will make one of your creatures unblockable twice.
The
Then
use
she'll
of
tap
lighting
all of
in
your opponent's
her
lands,
card
they
is really
cannot
nice.
stop you. And then unlike other summons that go away, she goes back to Jill, re-triggering that Enter's ability to unsummon and continue using those icy powers.
Okay, now this is the moment you're all waiting for. This is the moment that I've been waiting for 2 hours. You want to see the Clive card?
Oh, it's on the back too. Oh, sweet. Ben would do that. He must have been hot in that coat.
Sweating under that thing for 2 hours for this exact moment. Let's see it on the screen.
That was a thick-looking coat.
So here we have...
Oh, that is gorgeous. My God.
To be clear, that is the correct reaction. Yes. So here we have Clive and Ifrit. We knew we needed an epic card, and so that's exactly what we made. On the front side, Clive, of course, has Devotion to Red. Of course, it is the only Devotion card in the main set, but it fits his character so well. Who else would be so devoted to Red as Ifrit's Dominant? Then, when you're ready, perhaps the turn after you play him, you can pay 6 mana, flip him over, he fights a creature right away. Bam! Ifrit shows up. Time for that epic boss battle. Then, you get some mana the next turn. A turn after that, he flips back to Clive, if your opponent's even still alive by then, and you get to do the whole discard your hand and drop again before preparing to turn him back into a Ifrit. So, you know, pretty powerful combination of abilities here. Wouldn't you say, Ben?
I would say he's very cool. I would say he's the best one. You know...
I've been waiting for this. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Final Fantasy is coming to Magic the Gathering. Come to me, Ifrit!
Oh, cute.
Draw swords. Cast spells. Play heroes and villains for all 16 core games.
Oh, the lightning stuff. Oh, that's a nice card.
People are depending on me.
Years I've waited for this chance.
It's time to shape your story.
Shall we?
So that first line from Sephiroth caught me off guard because I don't recall hearing it in the game. Oh, that one's cool. Oh, every Sid. That's cool.
Everybody, it has been absolutely awesome to spend time with you. I hope you've had fun. I hope you are going to spend lots of money on this.
I got a limit.
Please do.
As someone who doesn't really know much of anything about Magic the Gathering, to see like the people behind the cards genuinely love Final Fantasy. They all have their favorites, and they wanted to try and match the themes of each game into Magic the Gathering, and they put a lot of love and care into this, man. This is super cool. And again, like, I love Ben Starr. He was a great host for this event. He's gonna be everywhere. If I could have Ben narrate every moment of my life, I would do it in a heartbeat. If he could be one of those GPS trackers or like a voice on a refrigerator, I will take it. He's genuinely really, really cool. Genuinely very funny and charismatic, and obviously loves Final Fantasy, especially 8, and then him being in 16 is super nice. But again, like, this really feels like, and maybe it's just me, it really does feel like a big celebration of Final Fantasy, but it also is just kind of a reminder of how big Final Fantasy actually is. Again, like I said way earlier in the video, it's really easy to get distracted by all the negativity surrounding Final Fantasy because the negative voices tend to be the loudest. The franchise sucks, they don't know what they're doing, sales this, sales that, and then you see like how many people are there excited for these cards, how much love was put into them. It's just a reminder that Final Fantasy is and probably will continue to be a very cherished, storied franchise that will probably be around for a very long time still. Square Enix is still getting their stuff together, probably figuring out the next Final Fantasy. We still got 7 Remake Part 3 coming. This is just a cool reminder of just like how awesome Final Fantasy is and how much people actually really love it. But yeah, this was nice. I'll try to cut this video down into like a really short kind of reaction, otherwise it'd be way too long and not interesting, but this is fun. Let me know in the comments down below, are you somebody who will be picking up a deck or any of the cards? Have you played Magic the Gathering before? Maybe you're someone who's like very knowledgeable and you're interested in this because you are aware of Final Fantasy. Let me know down in the comments down below. I'm Curious Corduroy. I will see you guys in the next video. Please remember to always be excellent to one another.